This is Shadowrun Dragonfall. Finished up the last game. I was gonna look at some of the fan-made stuff, but I thought, let's go ahead and do the next game. Start a new game. To continue it, I was just checking out all 3 games and seeing the starter stuff. Normal. Let's try something else this time. Let's do it all. Yeah, let's do it at end. That sounds interesting. Dodge would be good. Let's see. Etiquette. Let's go with gay. Let's see. So he's an elf ganger that's working as a Shadowrunner. He's got lime green hair. Everybody calls him key lime. Why not? The Harfeld Manor Run. Life was good, easy jobs, regular pay, a reliable crew. But things went south and you had to drop off the grid, put a bullet in the past and start fresh somewhere new. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin, the Flux State, a grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon Lofvir only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin, the perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. And, as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monica Schaefer, is your third run with Monica and her team at Old Castle Holdfast, 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is a standard smash and grab. Crack the vault, grab the data, get out in one piece. Mediocre payday, but work is work. As the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing, you pause to take in your surroundings. The state grounds are silent, save for the faint whistling of the wind. Your team gathers near a side entrance to the Old Castle Holdfast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. You know it won't last. You know it for what it is. A pleasant illusion that will shatter at the sound of the first gunshot. Then listen up, folks. Monica Schaefer. You ran with her back in the day, watched her get her first data check. Now she's your team leader in a direct hot decorative boot. We're on a tight timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files and vault. 10 minutes, top to bottom. Trying to get home in time for worm talk, love. Diedrich Shaman, the old man of the team, smiles at her, his facial tattoos writhing in the moonlight. Monica's eyes twinkle with mischief. Maybe. How many times have I told you, you can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth. That tread trash will rot your brain. I don't know how he became Irish. It's educational. Besides, this should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light, a few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, they'll never know we were here. I can't do accents. My experience, there's no such thing as milk. Words of wisdom from our new edition. I agree with Key Line. Lori, razor-clawed street, Sam. Her voice is cold and neutral, her expression placid. They may only be private security, but their bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. You people need to relax. We're professionals, remember? Monica raises her arm and speaks into her wrist-mounted comlink. A darkened face shimmers on the view screen. Iger, are you in position? The comlink crackles and the response comes back, low and soft, softer than you'd expect from control. Affirmative. The alarm lines have been cut and I have clear line of fire on the estate service entrance. When you exit the building, the map will be clear. Excellent. Thank you, Iger. Just doing my job. Iger out. Comlink goes dark. Monica winks at you as she drops her arm. See? We're professionals. Alright, people, enough chatter. Our client wants data from the vault suite. Get him the data from the vault. Quick, quiet, and quick. He said quick twice. Secrets, worm talk is on tonight. Lawyer raises an eyebrow slightly. I told you, it's educational. Get my stuff. Grab a weapon. Machete, grab the rest. Leave the van. Not really anything to explore that I can see. Solar panels. Over this way. Nope. Go in. Keep the team alive. Let's move in. They got a damn T-Rex skeleton inside here. Private museum. The owner of this estate must have money to burn. No kidding. A riot of remarkable, well-preserved Slavic artifacts. Complete skeleton of a theropod dinosaur appears to be genuine. That's not big enough to be a T-Rex, maybe a Ceratosaurus. The vase in this case looks both very old and very valuable. A fine scrollwork, a lapis, and a gold leaf. Decorates its exterior and the interior shimmers with the organic beauty of abalone shell. Your fixer can probably move this thing in a heartbeat. You can't help but notice that the glass casing it looks awfully flimsy. And I'm sure it has a alarm on it. Cask in this display case is decorated with inlaid panels of ivory. Something. Moving along. Dill says the elevator should be to the north. And we up here. Let's see what's down here first. See if curiosity is going to get the cats killed. I was afraid of that. I know. Still. Whatever. Might as well come check out and see what's over here. Oh, there's one. What's up here? I did not notice that. So much for being quiet. I get shot up. Seriously, you can only attack it. There we go. Alright, what do we got? Well, we already have security alert, so this is probably a mistake. Screw it. Let's actually get into the mission at hand. lacked. Alright. Almost like they know that if I go down, I get hurt. Or I get hurt. But I lose. It's amazing. Elevator. Yeah, might as well. So far, so good. If your skirmish from security set off any alarms, you don't hear them. Monica leads the rest of the team downward into the basement of the Harfeld Manor. Your payday is waiting. The data vault lies ahead. Cool beans. He eyes the door that turns to Monica. That's a big freaking vault. Lichen. Bigger than on the schematic. The schematic didn't have a date. Our client may have old intel. Still, our instructions were clear. The data we're looking for should be just on the other side of this door. Monica combs a hand through her hair, parting it to reveal the black plastic sheath of her data. Quick shot into the matrix, a little digital hand waving, and I'll have this thing wide open. Be right back. Iger, hold on, Monica. Who's in charge while you're jacked in? She rolls her eyes. Diedrich fixes the stare gently on the revolver. Glory looks cold and distant, just as she always does. We've been through this before, Iger. We're not in the KSK anymore, and that chain of command nonsense doesn't apply in the shadows. We don't need rules and regulations to guide us. The same principles that apply to the flux state. Please, spare me the lecture. Your politics have nothing to do with this. Best get used to it, Iger, love. She sighs. Look, it's a simple question. Years of experience tell me that it needs an answer. I agree with Diedrich. If someone needs to take charge, it'll happen. That may be how your mystical flux state works, but in the field, that kind of thing gets you killed. Come on, Monica, put someone in charge and let's get on with the mission. Monica stares at the screen on her wrist for a moment, clearly irritated, then that twinkle appears in her eye again. She smiles at you and she speaks in her company. Very well, we'll do this one Iger's way. While I'm jacked in, Key Lime is in charge. Then a pause and Iger's voice crackles out of the company. Key Lime, did I hear you right? You're putting the rookie in command? I'm no rookie, Iger, and you know it. Vincent's still smiling. You heard what I said, Iger. This is ridiculous. I know that this is a joke to you, Monica, but I'm telling you. Iger, Monica's tone is all business, and evidently she has heard enough. That the decision's made, you have your answer. Acknowledged. Sorry about that. Iger can be inflexible, the legacy of a long military career, but she knows what she's doing and she means well. No sweat. You're a good man. Iger's skills and experiences are invaluable to this team. It would be good to have her on your side. Okay, enough chatter. Let's get this done. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that something bad's gonna happen to you. She turns toward the door, fingers poised on the controls of her cyber deck, and glances back at you with a grin. See you on the other side. That's what I figured. Without warning, Monica's back arches violently and her head jerks back, silencing her terrible screams. Muscle spasms ripple through her face and her jaw snap shut, sending a mist of blood spraying from between her teeth. You look down to see a nub of pink flesh hit the floor into her tongue. The room explodes into action. Glory leaps towards Monica, her hand outstretched to yank the cord from her Shadowjack. Diedrich surges forward to wrap the team's fallen Decker in a bear hug, holding her against the convulsions that rack her body. With Monica's unearthly scream still ringing sharply in your head, you are only dimly aware of the door slamming shut behind you. Smash her cyberdeck. The cyberdeck was constructed to withstand a bomb blast. Try as you might, you can't manage to crack its case, let alone damage its internal circuitry. While you beat on the deck in vain, Glory manages to get the cord out of Monica's head and whisper oily blue smoke traces its way from the data jack to the ceiling. Commingled scents of charred meat and ozone fill the air. You see the effects of biofeedback before, but nothing like this. Suddenly, Monica's eyes flutter open. Muscle tremor continue to distort her face, and blood oozes between her lips. You see the muscles in her jaw tensing and look of concentration in her wrist. She's still struggling to speak. Stay with us, Monica, okay? Save your breath. She's had a stroke, a bad one. She'll be dead before we're even back to the van. What are you trying to say? Slowly, painfully, Monica wrestles her jaw open. Blood welled up in her mouth comes pouring out of the slipped covers. She spells a thick guttural sound that might be a word. Satisfied, she closes her eyes and forces her mouth to make the shape she needs. Fear. For me, fear. Hope. Okay. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, I should have known that was going to happen. But we're trapped. Alright, so security is here. And we're in trouble. Very in trouble. Check key line. Okay. Terminal's pretty easy to get over here. Monica was trying to tell me something about this terminal. It must be important. Stay frosty, give me a minute. Hit the Y key. Doors, okay. The only exit from this room is the hole past the servants' entrance on the western side. Monica's down, I agree the vault was a setup. What? No time to explain, we'll be exiting via an old servant's entrance to the west of the main grounds. I need you to keep that exit clear. Roger that. What's the play key line? I say we kill every direct head who enters this room. How does that sound? Yeah, I'm good with that. Me too. Thought so. When the door locks, we disarm. We make a break for it. Until then, we make the paper on it. It'd be nice if I had. Oh crap. snuck. Oh, crap. The gear loping towards you is big, even more north. The majority of his body is sheathed into heavy overlapping plates. You can see his face looks raw and slick, like old scar tissue stretched tight over his skull, and wears an expression of supreme confidence. Alright, friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same, skulking, sneaking, steal a base or two from museum. No harm, maybe I'll let you skim away into the night. But now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. Gapping maw, the minigun jerks upward, and the patient gesture loaded with malice. Drop your weapons and surrender. That's military-grade armor he's wearing, keyline. Hardened against small arms fire. We'll have a tough time getting through it. I'm less concerned about the armor than I am about the minigun. Those things can tear a man in half. Something tells me you're gonna kill us either way. True, I can't deny it. But it wouldn't. But wouldn't it be easier if you didn't fight back? Not for us, it wouldn't. Gotta go. Like fucking range, 85% chance you're gonna miss. 3 times in a row. 3 fucking times in a row at an 85% chance to hit. Yeah, that's not fucking with me at all. I knew this was gonna happen, I fucking knew it. Run was a trap. Oh, it was it? We'll talk about this later. For now, you've got to get the hell out of here. We've got to get the hell out of here. It's only a matter of time before more of them come pouring out of that exit. Piling people in Key Lime. When we get back to the something, we're gonna have a little talk. Cruise Bazaar? Cruise Bazaar. Ah. Cruiseburg. Home to nearly 500,000 people and, until very recently, Monica Schaefer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood that locals call the Cruise Bazaar, a safe port in the eye of a storm. Ride back to the bazaar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood as the van veers past potholes and garbage piles. The glare of street lights and neon signs plays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon, the van rounds around a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system, a well-kept secret. Providing your team safe passage into the bazaar, your safe house waits on the other side. Spot. That was Paul Hams. Step inside in the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel and gives way to the warmth of your safe house. The man waits inside silhouetted against the dim fluorescent light. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face. Light glinting off of steel rim glasses, Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord, part deal maker, part information broker. One of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. Grim faces the hard stares, Iger's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling. How did she? His face has gone ash and he swallows, takes a moment to chew on the word before spitting it out. How did it happen? Run was a setup. 1 minute she was cracking the safe, the next she was on the ground screaming. I've seen Monica hit black ice before. This was something worse. Glory nods, her motions robotic and despair. Monica died of biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Iger thrusts a glove finger into your chest, and this idiot stood by and let it happen. Let it happen. She jacked in, she screamed, and she seethed. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. Yeah, because you never bothered learning what to look for. Muscle contractions and microtremors are good indicators of attack or distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye out for those. No, if you had, my friend wouldn't be laying dead in a basement. Oh, shove off, Iger. We are all on the lookout for physical security, key lime included. Throwing him under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under a bus is exactly where he belongs. She turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich, but you know that, but you don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough, you're going to get burned. Turns focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Iger. Amsel's voice is harsh, his expression blank. Enough. Iger pushes ahead. Heedless of the interruption, her voice remains measured, but there's fire in hers. How many seconds pass between Monica's first convulsion and her blood getting 4 or 5? You know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Dagger's brain in 5 seconds? Iger, I don't. You don't have to answer that, of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your fault. That is enough! Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Iger, you and Key Lime a bit can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he had led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you, this was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we have to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. He pauses, rubs his temples. Agreed, and to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Monica lived long enough to say a name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. She fought hard to tell us it must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The fire wing. This is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Fire wing. The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experience the terror of living in her shadow. Glances at Glory. You are far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, that ain't. Fire wing is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. I don't even remember that in Shadowrun lore. The dragons today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Fire wing was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Amsel takes a deep breath, slowly releases it. There is a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What happened? What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the fire wing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Valkler. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course, but it was an experimental weapons designed by Dr. Valkler that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hell of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the SOX. This event was called the Dragonfall. Roll credits. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Valkler as a hero, our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped him. Good grief. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the Awakening were traumatic, I heard, not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Firewing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubs his temples. Again, all of this happened decades ago. Best to my knowledge, the story of Firewing is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas as to why? Amsel's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Firewing has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. He visibly struggles to calm himself, take a deep breath, and simply goes, I will look into this and we'll find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else about it? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of security. That is not much to go on. Do any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s, pretty old for an orc. And he had had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. That is something. I will see what I can find out. Did you note anything else trying to run the baby about you? The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? That's all we've got. That's not much. Amsel nods, his face is drawn and haggard. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin grafts, and a long-forgotten and a world of end. You haven't said anything about our client yet, Paul. You holding out on us? He shakes his head wearily. No, Key Lime, I'm not holding out. I am tired and I am frustrated and I already miss Monica. It takes a moment. I did not think to mention our employer because I did not set up the job. Monica did. His face reds. I warned her. I told her not to take this run, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I never much liked the man and I certainly never trusted him. But Monica, she would do anything for her cause, anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. Sounds like Green Winters is their best lead then. Yes, most definitely. It's clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably going to grab it. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There's a man here, a Turk, named Barakagazi. He owns a little psych-half shop just down the way called Cafe. The man is also a purveyor of information. I have done business with him from time to time. And you think he would know something about Green Winters? Odds. When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Winters, I contacted that guy. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. For a good reason, it would seem. I'll talk to the dude and see what he knows about Green Winters. Very well, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've already uncovered already, sparse though it may be. Yay. What is this? It's a doggy. It's a very big doggy. Can I please save now? was a hell of an exposition dump. Alrighty, I've had enough for now. All this quits on the live stream, so I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.